Today on July 30th, Archangel Michael says a woman in blue dress is watching your house from afar for one dangerous reason. Don't ignore this. Open it now, Archangel Michael says. This is not a coincidence. Your soul was pulled to this message because a hidden danger is circling your life and her eyes are fixed on your home. A woman dressed in a striking blue dress has been spotted near your house, not once, but several times. She is not lost. She is not passing by. She is standing still, watching from afar. Her presence carries a strange weight, as if she is waiting for something or someone. You've likely felt it too. The uneasy quiet, the sudden silence when you walk past your window. Or the strange feeling of being watched. That's not your imagination. That is the beginning of a warning that cannot be delaying any longer. Every intention has energy, and this woman's energy is not pure. It is soaked in obsession, envy, and dark influence. She didn't just find your home, she was sent. Yes, someone gave her instructions. If you saw her once and ignored it, she came back. If you sense something off around your house, it's because she left a residue of spiritual unrest. Your pets may have acted strange. You may have lost sleep. These are not random signs. Comment if you've ever felt a chill pass you when no one was around. The message is unfolding for you. Archangel Michael says your angels have been intercepting her dark thoughts from reaching you directly. But she's growing bolder. She has recently written something down, a message or symbol, on a torn piece of paper. And she plans to drop it near your door. The paper contains more than words. It carries her obsession, her intent to manipulate your peace. What she couldn't say in voice, she plans to curse in writing. She is not here to rob you in the physical sense. She is after something spiritual. Something in your house is holding light, an item you may not even realize is sacred, and she intends to drain it. Type Amen to get blessing 772. You've seen her before, even if just in a glimpse. She may have smiled at you once in passing, or looked away quickly when your eyes met. But your spirit registered it, your gut knew. You not second-guess yourself anymore. That's how danger sneaked in, by making you doubt your divine intuition. Your angels are now ordering this message to be in front of you because time is tightening. Someone very close to you. Yes, someone who pretends to support you, has given her information. That's how she knows which corner to stand at. That's how she knew the layout of your home. Check your surroundings. The last time you saw a blue dress, you ignored it. But next time, recognize it as the warning it is. Every color carries frequency, and the shade of blue she wears is masked with deception. She works through energies. When your mood suddenly shifted for no reason. When you felt drained, when you snapped at someone you love without understanding why, that was her influence. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Comment below if you have felt this shift. Archangel Michael says, the woman's presence will intensify today, July 4th, because of a specific celestial alignment. Her darkness thrives in moments where divine protection is not consciously activated. That's why you're being told to open this now. She waits for the moment when you are spiritually unguarded. It could be a moment when you're tired, emotionally low, or distracted. That's her opening. She is not alone either. There are whispers around her, spirits that feed her jealousy. She is part of something larger, but you were never meant to be her target. You became one by shining too brightly in a space that offended her darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 455. This woman watches from a corner where shadows gather easily. She uses ordinary things, sunglasses, a phone, a folded umbrella, to disguise her watch. But nothing can hide her vibration from divine forces. Someone has recently complimented your success but didn't mean it. The same someone is tied to her. They may speak sweetly in public, but in private, they feed her with envy-filled stories about you. Her obsession isn't new. She's been researching you. Social media, mutual connections, even neighbors, she's learning how to mimic your voice, your style. So she can approach others pretending to be connected to you. Don't answer every knock on the door, don't click every unknown link. Don't let curiosity override caution. She's using psychological tricks now, planting dreams that don't feel like your own. Your spirit is under subtle attack, and that's why you must activate divine light immediately. Type Amen to get blessing 991. Even the air around your home has felt different. Birds that once sang outside your windows seem quieter. The wind no longer brushes with gentleness. It whispers warnings. Nature itself recognizes her. Your angels have sent you signals. Broken objects, flashing lights, power flickers. Yet you still doubted it. Now the message has come in full clarity. She was seen 2 streets away last night. But her eyes weren't scanning houses randomly, they were locked onto yours. There is something she's waiting for. Either a moment when you step outside unaware, or when someone she's connected with rings your bell pretending to need help. She's practiced her lines. She's rehearsed how she'll win your sympathy. He is not as fretful as he appears. Behind her soft expression is an intention that burns like acid. Comment I feel it if any of this resonates deeply with your current state. Archangel Michael says, protection begins in awareness. This message is not fear. It is divine foresight. And with foresight, you can flip the outcome. This woman is connected to an older woman who once envied your mother. Yes, it's generational. This woman carries that same jealousy forward like an old curse passed through hands. Someone from your past might have unknowingly opened the door for her. That's how she entered this timeline. Through a forgotten favor, a careless message, a shared photo. But now, it must be undone. You are not just a person living a quiet life. You are a divine soul housing sacred light that frightens darkness. And that's exactly why you are a target, but also exactly why you will overcome. Type Amen to get blessing 128. She fears only one thing. Exposure. His message brings her trembling. She never expected her steps would be seen by angels. She relied on your disbelief. Now that you know, she will try harder. She may disguise herself in another color. She may send someone else instead, but every plan she forms will now crumble faster than she can imagine. A powerful energy surge is coming your way in the next 72 hours. If you remain alert and covered in light, she will be able to return. The paper she holds will be torn by wind before it ever reaches your porch. But you must not ignore today's call. This July 4th is not just about independence, it is about divine protection being reignited in your life. Type Amen to get blessing 684. Your home must be sealed, a cleansing is required. Not with fear, but with authority. Light a white candle, play calming divine sounds. Open your windows to invite protection in. Avoid sleeping with your windows wide open tonight, let your curtains shield you. Let your aura stay wrapped in stillness and peace. She may try again at dawn, but now, her steps echo into emptiness. Her shadows are being watched. She's not alone anymore, your protectors are on full alert. Comment protected by light if you believe this message was sent directly for you. She walked past your home once more today. The way her shoes tapped against the ground wasn't ordinary. It echoed with intention. Her presence lingers in the air like smoke that doesn't fade. There's a shift happening, one you can no longer ignore. You may feel it behind your back as you do everyday things. An unexplainable sensation of eyes pressed on you, that's not paranoia. That's your spiritual radar waking up. Someone who once called you family has betrayed the bond, they gave her something personal of yours. A memory, a photo, or even a scent. And now, she uses that to spiritually locate you again and again. You were chosen long before this moment to carry light. And because of that, darkness has been scanning for a doorway into your peace. But today, that door is being sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 399. You've experienced delays, confusion, and sudden breakdowns lately, haven't you? Those weren't random. She's been interfering with your path through unseen forces. The day she wore that blue dress was not a coincidence. That color isn't just for attention. It's meant to hypnotize, to make you lower your guard. Blue is the frequency she manipulates best, because she wants to be seen yet unchallenged. But her presence now sets off divine sirens. You'll notice how children avoid her, how animals tense up in her shadow. How even the lights flicker when she's close. You once dreamed of running, that wasn't your fear. It was your spirit's early warning system. And you must now listen to it like never before. Comment I'm listening now if you're awakening to these divine cues. Archangel Michael says she's growing impatient because her plan is crumbling. The forces around her are beginning to sense she went too far. The woman who sent her is also beginning to fear what you may uncover. There's a photo that was once taken without your knowledge. She's seen it, that image was shared in a dark group. But even through that photo, your spiritual protection was too powerful to pierce. You're not just protected by one angel, you're surrounded by 7. Each one has been assigned to your home, your heart, your sleep, and even your footsteps. And they've begun to form a wall you cannot cross. Type Amen to get blessings. 7 Hunger to her voice may come soon through someone pretending to care. The alert to flattery that feels forced. Be cautious of conversations that suddenly lead to your location or plans. This woman is playing a long game. But she is running out of time. A divine hand is about to expose everything in one sudden move. A letter, a screenshot, or an overheard conversation will confirm your suspicion soon. Your name has been whispered too many times by the wrong mouths, but now, the spiritual realm is reclaiming your privacy, your peace, and your protection. She has ties to someone you once trusted deeply. A former friend or an ex, the Netchin gave her access. But the divine is severing those cords now. Type Amen to get blessing, 117 on the night of July 4th. She thought you would be unaware. Distracted by noise and celebration, but your spirit was never asleep. Her next move was to be her boldest yet. A knock on your door just after dusk, but this message disrupts that plan. You now know too much. She will feel the fear instead. Light is pouring through every crack of your life now. Your silence has ended. Your awareness is activated, and your angels are speaking louder than ever before. Calm and light surrounds my home to claim the safety over your household. She carries an object in her hand, something small but symbolic. A key. A pendant, a cloth. It holds energy from her rituals, but it is powerless near your faith. She may try to hide it in a plant outside your home. Or tuck it under a stone, but the earth will reject it. The elements know who you are. They will hold what is not welcome. Watch how sudden wind gusts start pushing things away from your doorstep. That's divine interference. That's spiritual housekeeping in action. Top Amen to get blessing 800 for today begins the unraveling of everything she tried to tie together. What you whispered to others will now turn against her. One of her own will betray her within days. A spiritual courtroom has been called into session. Archangel Michael stands at the gate of justice. The gavel is about to fall in your favor. You may receive a call or message soon. Someone apologizing. Someone panicked. Someone checking in. Know this. Behind that voice is the trembling of someone who realized the light never loses. She will begin to fade. Her blue dress will lose its power. Her name will be forgotten where it once echoed, and your life will begin to bloom again. Comment justice is mine if you feel the shift already happening. She is now aware that you're waking up to her movements. She feels it in the air. Your shift in energy. Your reclaiming of space. She's losing her grip. And her fear will make her act unpredictably. Someone close to her is beginning to question everything. That person will soon come forward, bringing a secret audio, screenshot, or conversation that proves what she's been planning behind closed doors. You might notice someone you didn't expect suddenly going silent around you. That silence isn't peace, it's guilt. They've been a silent witness to this woman's actions and are afraid their part will be exposed too. She keeps a notebook, yes, an actual one. With your name written inside. She's been journaling her thoughts about you for months, but what she doesn't know is that those writings have cursed her more than they've affected you. Type Amen to get blessing 646. Archangel Michael says. The energy she's channeling are starting to turn against her. She sought out shadows to sabotage your peace, but now those very shadows are starting to haunt her instead. She will soon be forced to choose. Confess or disappear. Either way, your freedom is coming. What was hidden in whispers will soon be shouted in truth. She carries a photograph of you, a printout from your social media. That picture, once full of light and joy. She has stared at it so long that it's now faded from her own guilt, but energy never lies. Every time she looked at it, your divine protection bounced back. That's why her headaches began, that's why her peace shattered. Because light does not bow to jealousy. Comment: no weapon formed against me shall succeed to mark your spiritual boundary. Your home is being bathed in spiritual light as you read this. Each window, each door, each corner is being touched by invisible forces on assignment for your protection. Archangel Michael says the woman in blue had planned to step closer on July 5th, but this message, opened by you now, has disrupted her map. Isrin Fuse. Her source of spiritual guidance had been disconnected. She thought you were vulnerable, easy, and unaware. But what she didn't expect was your soul's link to the angelic realm. That's the part of you she can't manipulate. Even the time you opened this message is significant. It's divine timing. A window of intervention sent straight from heaven to your doorstep. Type Amen to get blessing 900 when she once walked past your house and whispered something toward your walls. A chant, a curse, a quiet insult under her breath. But the walls absorbed nothing. Your home was already anointed. You may have felt a headache that day or a sudden wave of nausea. But that was your body sensing an invasion and fighting back. You are more spiritually powerful than she could ever understand. She tried to use numerology, color manipulation, and even a charm she purchased from someone claiming to be a seer. But none of it worked. You are sealed by divine fire. Now her next step is panicked. She may even try to play the victim. Do not fall for emotional manipulation. Tears from such spirits are not signs of remorse. They are signs of exposure. Comment: I do not fear darkness if you are reclaiming your power now. She knows your full name. But she never knew your full destiny, and that's what scares her now. She imagined you would fall. That your days would spiral. Instead, you are rising. Slowly, boldly, beautifully. Every plan she set in motion is reversing like a mirror collapsing inward. She's beginning to be haunted by visions. Yes, nightmares. Of you walking free and radiant. Your spirit is being tormented not by you, but by the truth of who you really are. Type Amen to get blessing 338. A door will close soon, literally and spiritually. You may hear a loud slam or an unusual creak. It will be the sound of the final access point being sealed from her influence. Someone in your neighborhood will report her soon. They'll notice her strange behavior. Someone elderly or young, sensitive to spirit, will say they feel uncomfortable when she's near. That's the divine using vessels to speak truth. This woman's days of watching your house are coming to an end. He thought you was invisible, but heaven hath been watching her all along. Your energy is murder now. Even if you change his clothes, even if you change his streets, if you cannot hide from divine order, comment: I cancel every evil watch set upon my home. Archangel Michael says, you were never supposed to live in fear. That's why this warning came early. That's why you were told today, not after damage was done. The woman in blue is about to receive a message herself from someone higher than her source. Her channel is closing. The force she called upon is no longer protecting her. It's punishing her. You don't need to confront her physically. That's not your battle. Your power is rising spiritually, and every step you take in peace becomes a roar in the unseen realm. Type Amen to get blessing 559. You've passed many spiritual tests already. This one is different. It's not just about survival, it's about ascension. You're stepping into a life where no such darkness can access you again. Today is the final loop of this cycle, the blue dress, the papers, the quiet watcher, all of it ends now. What was meant to delay you will now become your acceleration. What was meant to harm you will now become a story of power. What was meant to spy on you will now become your spotlight. Comment: I stepped fully into my protection if this is your moment of breakthrough. You may try one final act, a text, a message through someone else, a strange package at your door, a dumatacha. Let it sit. Let the divine forces handle it. Your angels are already standing guard. Your windows, even your dreams, are now surrounded. If you saw a blue color today, it wasn't by chance, that was your final warning. And now your final freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 221. You are not alone, you are not vulnerable. You are not late. You are divinely timed, fully seen, and entirely protected. The woman in blue thought you would fold, but instead, you rise. The woman in blue now senses the wall closing in. What once felt like her advantage is now turning into her trap. She thought her footsteps were quiet, but now every step she takes rings like thunder in the spiritual world. You are no longer the silent observer. You are awakened, and now, with each breath, you are dismantling everything she plotted in the dark. She had a mirror once, a spiritual object used to reflect her intentions. That mirror is now cracked. The energy she tried to aim at you is turning on her with full force. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Your spirit has expanded, your light has become unbearable to her presence. Every time she looks in your direction, now she is blinded by your glow. Someone will soon knock at your door, not her, but someone tied to this situation. They may bring gossip, pretend innocence, or act curious about your recent choices. Be cautious, that person had been used as her voice. Don't argue. Don't justify, you owe them no explanation. You are above it now. Let your silence echo with spiritual authority. Comment: my silence is my shield if you've been feeling tested by fake conversations. Archangel Michael says. The woman in blue wears perfume that carries a specific intention. It's sweet, strong, and almost dizzying. It's not worn for beauty. It's worn to shift energy. If you ever smelled something out of place, too sweet, too sharp, too sudden, it was her spell trying to find a crack in your peace, but it failed. You may have sneezed. You may have turned away, that was your body rejecting what wasn't welcome. She doesn't know that your bloodline carries warriors. She doesn't know that the moment you began believing in your protection, her efforts became useless. Type Amen to get blessing 800. She's beginning to retreat. She may be seen less, her presence will begin to dissolve. But do not mistake that for peace. He's regrouping with others. There's a second woman. Older. Colder, sharper in spirit. This one advised her to act. This woman is not visible yet, but she's the architect behind it all. She never comes near physically, but she operates like a puppet master from afar. And now, her string is being cut, something powerful is about to be exposed between them. Screenshots, secrets, a money exchange were a shared device. They left a trace, and that trace is headed straight into divine light. Comment every hidden plot is being revealed if you're ready for truth. This next phase is critical. She may begin to feel desperate. She might cry to others, lie boldly, or try to switch stories. But the people she fooled will begin to see through her illusion. Someone who doubted you will come forward with a heavy heart. They'll admit they were wrong. They'll say, "I didn't know the full story." That's when you'll know this phase is complete. You don't need to fight. Your stillness will be more powerful than her shouting. Type Amen to get blessing 558 today, on this July 4th. Your spiritual independence is being signed. The war on your peace ends today. The spiritual battlefield is shifting in your favor. The woman in blue will no longer control the narrative. Her days of watching, whispering, and planting fear are over, but here's the final part you must understand. Her interest in you didn't begin recently. It began long ago, before this lifetime. In another life. Your souls collided, you lost. And she carried that wound into this life. But this time, you are winning again. You were chosen in this lifetime to end that cycle. And now you have. Comment this cycle is over forever to close every karmic loop attached to her energy, your house. Yes. Your physical house has now been registered in the Book of Protection, every window. Every wall. Every lock is now sealed in divine vibration. Even if she walks by again, she won't see clearly. Her vision will blur. Her path will curve, her energy will bounce. You will move away. But not because she wants to, because she has to. The spiritual law has spoken. Type Amen to get blessing 119. Archangel Michael says, your spirit has been recalibrated. What she tried to poison has now been purified. The places she sent attack are now your strongest shields. You may notice glowing in dreams. You may feel tingles on your arms. That's the spiritual fire rising inside of you, forming a dome around your presence. You may call it luck. Others may call it coincidence. But you'll know it was divine orchestration from the very moment you were guided to open this message. This is your spiritual evidence. This is your final notice to every enemy. Your time of hiding is over. Your time of fearing is over. Your time of being watched is over. Pam and I now walk in fearless light. He thought she could vanish before being caught. But her energy left fingerprints everywhere, on people, on spaces, even on time itself. What she whispered into the universe is coming back with thunder. There is a strong shift happening in the atmosphere. Even the shadows are beginning to reject her presence. You'll soon hear of something unusual happening to her, an unexpected fall. A lost item. A blocked door, that is divine resistance. Archangel Michael says, you have entered into a season where truth becomes louder than lies. The fabric of deception she wrapped herself in is tearing, and underneath it, her true face is being revealed. A woman in blue doesn't just carry envy. She carries fear, of which you will become once you're fully awakened, and now, you are. Tap Amen to get blessing 666. You were chosen not just to survive this, but to testify for me, and chapter is being written around your name. Her attacks, her silence, her spying, all of it will become a footnote in your divine journey. Someone once doubted your sensitivity, they mocked the way you sense things. But very soon, they'll come back to ask how you knew. Your discernment is your gift, never doubt it again. He used mirrors, fabric, crystals, and oils. She visited someone who gave her dark advice, told her how to bind your growth, but they didn't tell her the full truth. You cannot bind what's been marked by the Most High. You are marked, and that mark is glowing right now, pushing back every lingering force. Comment: my mark is divine and untouchable to activate your spiritual covering. She made a mistake, a crucial one. She tried to attach something to your name, either through paperwork, spell work, or false reports. But the system is rejecting it. Wherever she submitted your name, the document is going to get misplaced, delayed, or mysteriously reversed. This is divine reversal at its finest. What was meant to trap you will now trap her, what was meant to block you will now expose her. And the person she trusted to help her, they're going to turn on her too. Type Amen to get blessing 430, there's a sound you will hear in the next 72 hours. It could be a knock, a ring, or a strange noise. When it happens, pause, breathe. That's the moment the final shift activates. You'll feel goosebumps, you'll feel energy swirl. That's your angel surrounding your space in full rank. Your home will feel warmer after that moment, brighter, lighter. And you'll know it's done. You don't owe or cluther. You don't need to explain why you walked away or why you stopped responding. Protection doesn't need to justify itself, she's going to talk about you. Say things with twisted pieces of truth. Let her. The people who believe her never belong beside you anyway. Palm and let them talk their eyes anyway. Archangel Michael says she was warned before. Spiritually. He and dreams. She was not, she was told to stop. But she ignored it all and kept going. And now divine justice had been activated. She'll begin to experience things slipping. Her energy. Her communication. Even her appearance. Your glow will fade because it was never real. It was taken, borrowed, stolen from others. And you'll begin to feel like yourself again, but stronger. Wiser. And deeply protected. Type Amen to get blessing 888. She once stood outside, watching from afar, believing you had no idea. But your spirit saw her. And now, your angels have identified her. This message is not paranoia. This is prophecy, the dream you once had. The one you thought was too strange to mention, is returning, but this time, it will show you her face clearly. Grace, her breath, her intention. It will all be visible. You may wake up sweating, but you'll also wake up free. That's not fear. That's your soul closing a portal. Comment: I am closing every unseen portal now, your gate, your doorstep, your windows, everything she targeted, is now being drenched in divine presence. She may try to speak again, but her words will dissolve in the air. He cannot read you. Not anymore, he cannot find you. Not truly. He cannot hurt you, not spiritually. And the dress she wore, the blue one, it will be her downfall. Someone will recognize her by that very dress and tell the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 314. The truth is rising. The lies are crumbling. And this story is almost over, but your story, it's just beginning. You are stepping into restoration. Your sleep will return. Your skin will glow again. Your dreams will be soft again. You've been chosen to experience peace that cannot be disturbed by watchers. She watched you once. But now, the angels are watching her. Injustice is walking right behind her steps. The watchers have now become the watched. The woman in blue feels it. Every time she tries to approach, her body grows heavier, her feet hesitate. Her vision blurs. And her once bold steps turn into stumbling. She may smile at others, but inside, she is unraveling what she carried so confidently. Your secrets, your patterns, your routines, is now slipping through her fingers. The timeline she believed was hers to control is collapsing. Type Amen to get blessing 999. A man connected to her, either by family or obsession, is about to reveal something. He knows more than he admits. He's been silent. But your angels have begun to press into his spirit. Soon, you'll let something slip. A name, a location, or a conversation he overheard. That information will land in your hands through a third party. Unexpected, but divinely guided. Archangel Michael says, the trap that was set has reversed completely. She used your image in a ritual once. Burned it, buried it, or spoke over it. But her words dissolve in smoke. The moment she spoke your name in vain, her spiritual protection cracked open. That's why her life has begun to spiral. That's why she's aging faster, forgetting things, losing allies. Type Amen to get blessing 770. When you are no longer just protected, you are spiritually weaponized. Your light blinds every shadow she sends. The angels surrounding your house now stand shoulder to shoulder. They are taller than the ceiling. They are louder than her chants. And they do not move. She cannot cross the street anymore without her knees trembling. This July 4th was never meant to be ordinary. This is your declaration of spiritual independence. You are no longer bound by her energy, her jealousy, or her schemes. You are free. Comment: this is my Independence Day. Your health will begin to shift too. Where you once felt fatigue or mental fog, you'll feel clarity. That pressure around your temples, it will vanish. That weight on your chest, you will live, because what was spiritual has now been dealt with in spirit. And the woman in blue, she's losing her disguise. She might try one final thing. A new name, a new appearance, a soft apology sent through someone else. Do not accept it. That apology is wrapped in manipulation. Your intuition is too strong now. Type Amen to get blessing 227. Archangel Michael says, the time of watching is over. Now comes the season of exposing. Someone is about to send you a message with proof. A screenshot, a letter, a story you never heard before. That moment will confirm everything you felt in your gut. do not panic when you receive it. That message is not meant to shake you. It's meant to liberate you. Everything she thought was hidden will be highlighted. Everything she tried to bury will be resurrected in front of those she tried to oppress. She doesn't just fear being stopped, she fears being known. And now she will be. Comment reveal every lie spoken against me, your light has now marked your path. You'll begin to see signs. Coins in strange places, butterflies near your door. Flickering lights only around you. That's heaven's signal, we are here. You are being upgraded. Energetically, emotionally. Even financially. Your name will be spoken in rooms she tried to block you from, her plan to delay your blessings is already defeated. Type Amen to get blessing 350. You'll notice changes around your environment. One neighbor will suddenly become friendlier. One contact you forgot about will message you. And one space in your home will begin to feel warmer. That's not random. That's restoration. The same door she stood behind, watching you, praying for your fall, will now become the doorway of your elevation. Soon people will ask, how did you make it through all of that? And you will say nothing. Because your life itself will be the answer. Comment my survival is my testimony, she's now running out of resources. Her spiritual guide, someone she relied on, is no longer responding. Her dreams are filled with confusion, her face carries shadows you cannot conceal. The same way she stood watching your home will now be the way people stand and observe her downfall. Not because you wished for it, but because karma was already set in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 123. You may cry soon. Not from pain, but from overwhelming release. You held so much and for so long. You endured silently. But this is your exhale, your final moment of shaking it all off. Archangel Michael says, you passed the test. You stayed grounded, you protected your soul. And now the reward is coming. Swift, silent, supernatural. She wanted to walk in your shadow. But she forgot your shadow comes from the light above. And that's something she can never touch. Archangel Michael says, now begins the moment the heavens pour out what was held back for so long. Because you survived the unseen war. Because you walked through fire and didn't fall, you are being crowned in the spirit. You may feel tingling in your hands or pressure around your forehead. These are not symptoms of fear, these are activations. You are stepping into divine frequency. The watchers will scatter, the liars will fall quiet. The curse is broken. Your name was once written in the mouths of gossipers, now it is written in the mouths of angels. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. That woman in blue will not return. She may try to reappear in dreams or through the memories of what she caused, but your dreams are now guarded. Your memories are being healed. The pain is being turned into prophecy, you'll begin to feel powerful again. Creative, sharp, energized. That fog that covered your ideas is clearing, your voice is returning. You will speak and your words will carry weight. Not just in rooms but in realms. Comment my voice is divine and restored. A woman's influence is now decaying. Her words are falling apart before they reach ears, her energy is being swallowed up by the very shadows she tried to send your way. She will try to attach herself to another light, another person, but it will not work. The spiritual realm has marked her intentions. She is now monitored by forces beyond her understanding. And you are rising in silence, wrapped in radiance. Type Amen to get blessing 1755. There is a surprise coming for you soon. A message, a transfer, an opportunity delivered through a path no one expected. This is the reversal reward. For every hour you were watched, you will now be seen with honor. For every insult that was whispered, you'll now receive divine favor. For every delay, there will be acceleration, and the best part, it begins this week. The same eyes that judge you will now witness your divine unfolding. Comment: my rise will speak louder than their lies. Archangel Michael says you will soon step into a space where you'll look around and realize she no longer has access to anything. Not your time, not your peace, not your earth. You may not even feel anger anymore. That's how full your soul will be. That's what true closure feels like. The woman in blue has now been dealt with and the final cord is being cut. She will dream of you but you will not appear. She will call out but your spirit will not answer. You are unreachable in the spirit to those who came with wickedness. Type Amen to get blessing 2900. This moment in your life will be remembered. You'll think back and say that was the week it all shifted, and it won't just be peace. It will be overflow. You'll begin to attract new people, ones who come with good intentions. Ones who recognize your light and celebrate it, not compete with it. You'll receive an invitation soon, maybe to an event, a project, a new space. When you do accept it, that's your new doorway. And she won't even know where you've gone. Comment: I have stepped into my new season. Your finances too will rise. Where things felt stuck or slow, they'll suddenly move quickly. Opportunities, bonuses, even unexpected deposits will begin appearing. You are being restored in all directions. Even your health will respond. You'll breathe easier, sleep deeper, laugh louder. It's your nervous system releasing the grip of spiritual warfare. Archangel Michael says this was not just survival, this was rebirth. And from this day forward, your life cannot return to the shadows you escaped. Type Amen to get blessings. 7,741 people will start asking what changed. But they won't realize what changed was spiritual first. What shifted wasn't physical, it was energetic. The gates over your life are now unlocked. The chains around your progress are shattered. The watchers can no longer see you because you have transcended visibility in the realm they exist. You are no longer accessible to energy that doesn't match your elevation. Comment: I rise beyond the reach of darkness. Archangel Michael smiles now. He says you did not lose. You did not break, you did not bow. You are the one we've been protecting. And now, you are the one we are celebrating. Blowing star final blessing. This was never just about a woman in a blue dress. This was about every lie, every watcher, every plan formed in darkness and your ability to outlive, outshine, and outlast it all. Now begins the chapter of peace, power, and promise. Your enemies will go silent. Your gifts will go public, your heart will go home to safety. Your purpose will be unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 10,000 white heavy check mark. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Archangel Michael says the scroll that once held the name of your enemy, her intentions, her curses, her blue dress shadow, has now been burnt by divine fire. No remnant of her spell will remain. No root of her jealousy will survive, no eye of her wicked gaze will ever find you again. This is not just closure. This is cleansing. Type Amen to get blessing 7770. You will wake up one morning soon, and it will feel like the first breath after years underwater. That's when you'll know you've officially crossed the spiritual border she could never follow you through. She was once ahead of you in some areas, but now she will look up and not find you. You are being elevated above the reach of comparison. What she used to measure herself against you will now vanish, her mirror will show only herself, and the reflection will frighten her. You will feel her final grip dissolve in your sleep. Comment: she has no more access to my spirit. Archangel Michael says, heaven has written your restoration in golden ink. Your name is being highlighted in a divine record. Your ancestors, those who walked before you, are rejoicing. They, too, had watchers. They, too, fought battles in silence. And now, through you, the cycle ends. You broke a spiritual curse that lasted generations. And because of that, everything connected to your name will flourish. Your children will walk freer, your future will be cleaner. Your dreams will be clearer. Type Amen to get blessing 2025. A document is being prepared for you, not just physical, but spiritual. A divine decree, stamped by Archangel Michael himself. It reads, this soul is cleared, this path is protected. No force shall block their name again. Soon, you may be called to sign something, a contract, an agreement, a legal shift. When that moment comes, you will feel it in your hands. The warmth, the weight, the wind of change, and as your pen moves, angels will surround the ink. You won't be signing paperwork. You'll be signing prophecy. Comment: I'm ready to sign my divine contract. The woman in blue has now gone silent. Not because she succeeded, but because she was Tao, stopped in spirit. Stopped in speech. Stopped in strategy. Her name is no longer relevant. Her game is no longer valid. And her energy is no longer present. Type Amen to get blessing 8940. You may start receiving invitations out of nowhere. People remembering you, praising your strength, offering support. Accept these. They are sent to replace every person who turned their back when the storm was loud. New connections are coming that value your peace. You'll soon feel it in the way the air moves when you walk. Smoother, lighter, calmer. Even the animals around you will notice. Birds will fly closer. Dogs will wag near you. The earth will celebrate your peace. The old cycle was loud. But this new one is glorious. Comment: my new cycle is filled with quiet glory. Archangel Michael now places a shield at your door. This shield is not visible to the human eye, but every spirit that passes by will feel its presence. She will never be able to return, onto your home, onto your field, onto your name. Even if she tries to think of you, she will forget the feeling that once gave her power. Her connection to you is now severed forever. Type him into Get Blessing 33333. This anal moment will be quiet. There won't be an explosion. There won't be chaos, there will simply be silence. And in that silence, your soul will breathe. No more watchers. No more delays. No more false friends. No more whispered spells, only truth. Only light. Only divine movement, blowing star final divine words from Archangel Michael. My child, you made it through what others would have drowned in. You stood when all the winds pushed against you, you believed when the world tried to bury you. And now I give you peace. I give you space, I give you the future. This woman's presence ends here. And your real life, it begins now. Diamond with a dot final seal. If you've reached this point, you are not the same person who began reading, you are protected. You are free. You are elevated, you are untouchable. Type Amen to Get Blessing 100000. White heavy check mark if you wish to express your support further. You have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Archangel Michael says, what was once being built in secret to harm you is now being dismantled in public. The woman in the blue dress tried to write your ending. But heaven rewrote your beginning. The ink she used was envy. The language she used was fear. But the pen you now carry is dipped in divine oil, and you will rewrite your future in victory. She has now become invisible to your life. Not because she vanished, but because your spirit evolved beyond her reach. Type Amen to Get Blessing 7070. The very ground she walked near your home is being cleansed. You may even smell something fresh in the air soon. A scent like rain, rosemary, or flowers. That is the spirit world marking her exit. And your full return to peace, your surroundings will confirm what's happened. Plants you thought were dying will come back to life. Birds will perch by your window with unusual boldness. People who once avoided you will suddenly become drawn to your words, your work, your warmth. That's how you know. You have stepped into divine magnetism. Common my energy now repels darkness and attracts destiny. You were once being watched with harmful eyes. But now, you are being watched by divine ones. Every step you take from this moment on is guarded. Every door you open is pre-cleared. Every breath you release is taken as permission to rise higher. The next time someone looks at you and sees glow in your skin, fire in your speech, and calm in your walk, they're seeing your spiritual transformation in physical form. And they won't understand how you got here. But you will. Type Amen to Get Blessing 8751. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has already sent an angel to walk with you this week. You may feel a presence near you while you're still. You may catch yourself being comforted for no reason. That's your sign. You are now never alone. Not in the market, not in the car, not even in your dreams. Even when you sleep, angels are standing guard at your bedside, holding swords of light, watching in shifts, taking no breaks. That's how serious your protection has become. Palmet, my angels are fully activated, and now the recompense begins. A woman in blue. Your role was to distract you from what was truly yours, but because you endured, you will now receive double. Double rest. Double opportunities, double honor. Double love. What she delayed, heaven has multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 9900, a blessing that had your name on it, but was held up due to her interferences, now flying toward you. It may arrive as a letter. It may come as a voice message, it may even appear through someone asking for forgiveness. Whatever form it takes, don't block it. Accept it. That's the first drop of divine payback pouring over your life. And it will keep flowing. People who once ignored your potential will come back, trying to connect again, but you'll look at them with clarity, not confusion. Because you've changed. You're not cold, you're just clear. Comment: my clarity protects my future. She may try to imitate you still, dress like you, speak like you, or pretend she's healed, but don't worry. The world will see the difference. There is a glow that cannot be faked, there is a peace that cannot be performed. And there is a protection that cannot be bought. You now walk in all three. Type Amen to get blessing 4111, Archangel Michael says. Your victory is being written in the winds. This month will mark the most undeniable spiritual shift of your life. What once heard will become your history. What once delayed you will become your testimony. What once haunted you will become your fuel. You will no longer walk like someone recovering. You will walk like someone reborn. Blowing star heaven's closing message over you: the enemy tried. The watchers came. The curse was cast, but nothing formed against you succeeded. Because you are chosen. Because you are pure, because your light is not for sale. And from this day forward you are watched only by favor. Diamond with a dot. Final declaration: if this message spoke directly to your soul, fire, say aloud now. I accept my elevation. I cancel every return of darkness, I walk in my full authority. And no blue grass energy will ever see me again. Type Amen to get blessing 1 million white heavy check mark. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, you have crossed through the valley where shadows whispered and watchers lingered. Now, you're entering your throne season. The woman in blue has completely faded from the energetic thread of your life, her voice now trembles when she speaks of you. Her confidence is gone. Her access is terminated, her assignment against you has failed. Type Amen to get blessing 1001010. You'll begin to notice her name no longer shows up, her face no longer haunts your mind. Even her memory begins to dissolve into nothingness. This isn't forgetfulness, it's deliverance. You are being released from every spiritual and emotional thread that once tied you to her schemes. And in its place, a space is opening, a clean space. A sacred space. One that's now being filled with overflowing peace and unexpected joy. Common, my sacred space is now protected and blessed. Your name is echoing in the realm of breakthrough. Someone with divine favor will soon speak your name in a conversation meant to shift your future. This person doesn't even know how much power their words carry. But when they say your name, doors will swing open. Archangel Michael says, what was once blocked has now been unlocked. The woman in blue tried to keep your name out of rooms that were meant for your elevation. But those same rooms are now preparing seats with your name written in gold. You're not just being restored, you're being celebrated. Type Amen to get blessing 7217. The next 48 hours will bring small signs that the cycle has ended, a piece of mail you weren't expecting. A sudden compliment from a stranger. A vivid dream filled with light, water, or flying, an opportunity presented without you having to ask. Each of these is a divine signal. The battle is no longer active, the season of ease has begun. And from here forward, your spiritual efforts will no longer feel like warfare, but creation. Comment: I now create from peace, not from pain. You will feel no need to mention her again. You will feel no desire to track her, wonder about her, or speak her name. This is not arrogance, this is spiritual maturity. You are walking in such divine alignment now. Her memory cannot even echo in your field, she will hear of your progress from others and wonder how. But she will never be invited to see it for herself. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Archangel Michael says, Heaven is placing a robe on your spirit now. A robe of recognition. A robe of honor, a robe of divine rest. You have been seen. You have been tested, you have been chosen. And now, you are being revealed. Someone will soon look at you and say, You've changed, I don't know what it is, but something about you is powerful. That's when you'll know the old you has fully died. The new you is glowing from the inside out. Comment: my glow is divine and irreversible. Your story is about to inspire someone who is still in the shadows. Your survival will become someone else's roadmap to freedom. You are now walking proof that light always wins, even when it takes time. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Now close your eyes for just a moment, take a breath. The watchers are gone. The curses are rehearsed, the divine army stands firm. Your name is clean. Your heart is whole, your spirit is ready. Glowing star closing words from heaven. You stayed when others fled, you listened when others mocked. You healed while others cursed. You rose when others fell, and now you lead. Rise, light carrier. Your time has come, fire final blessing activation. Say aloud now. I am watched only by angels, I am seen only by light. I am followed only by Fader. I am sealed in divine protection, I walk forward in full authority. And no energy of darkness can foul me. Type Amen to get blessing 10 million white heavy check mark if you wish to express your support further.